Hi, happy Thursday. Do you want to know the things that annoy me? One is that I feel like I have something, sure, in my eye, and I don't have any eye drops. So I keep doing that. Anyway, but that really wasn't what I came here to say. One thing that really annoys me is when you're in a drive-thru that might or might not be Chick-fil-A, and they have a yield sign to not block the exit, and somebody blocks it, completely, fully blocks it, and then just sits there even though they have room to back up, which backs up the whole line. Yeah, that's one thing that annoys me. Other than that, I don't know why I had this thought today, but have you ever been sitting in a women's or men's, but in my case it was a woman's restroom, and you know the walls don't go all the way to the floor. I just found out the other day by watching Yorkshire Peach that they don't have stalls like that, that they have walls that go all the way to the floor. And in America, there's a space about that much at the bottom and at the top, all the way around, maybe for proper airflow. But anyway, it's large enough that a whole entire child can lay down and look up at you while you're trying to do your business. Has that ever happened to y'all? Okay, so first of all, I don't know if you know, but I'm short, right? 5 foot tall. And it's very hard to do the squat when you're 5 foot tall because pretty much, yeah, it doesn't work. Stand by. I'm trying to check the bag to make sure there's food in it, the food that I ordered in it, and I almost hit the sign. No, I mean, sort of. Yeah, I almost did. I was gonna lie and say not really, but I really almost did. Okay, so anyway, you're barely tall enough to do the squat. Your hiney is up in the air and you're bent over and you're trying to aim without touching anything. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying here? I know it's not a pretty thing to think about, but it's still how it happens. For me anyway, because I can't squat. I'm not tall enough. So anyway, and then a whole entire child's head comes under the bathroom stall and says, hello, hee. Hello. It's fine, because from his angle, he really can't see anything yet, right? Hello. And then you see like maybe a hand grab an arm and pull it back and hear a mom whispering, don't do that, stop it. And then within a few seconds, there he comes, laying on the nasty bathroom floor, sliding his head back under the half wall that we have to separate us. Hello. 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 And mom again, get back over here. And I'm like, I really need to finish my business. I'm done, and I would like to finish my business and stand up, but I can't do that because there's a child's head. And no, never will I just do that in front of a child, because first of all, I don't want to scare the child. Second of all, I don't want to be arrested for, I don't know, something, I don't know. I don't know what that charge would be. I mean, maybe nothing, but you never know nowadays, you know? You never know. Not that I would ever do that, but I'm just saying, if I ever did, I don't know, you'd probably be arrested for something. The thoughts that go through my head. I mean, that has really happened to me. But why did I think of that today? I don't know. I was using the potty at work, and that thought came to me, and then I was thinking about the Yorkshire Peach saying they don't have those kind of bathrooms in England, and I thought, well, gosh, that's nice, because really tall people can just stand and look over the top, and creepazoids come in the bathroom and like do some sort of, mirror or camera thing. Why would you ever want to get a picture of someone using the bathroom? Ew, are you that desperate? I mean, come on. Ugh. I mean, if you're gonna be that desperate, go to the dressing room or something. Which some dressing rooms are like that. You see them trying on stuff. You see their feet, you know. Why do we do this to ourselves in America? Eh? Eh? Anyway, I'm back at work now with our lunch. So, if I can get turned around here, yep, I will let y'all go. And I'll be back later, okay, with more weird thoughts. Weird thoughts with Tracy Tries. Yes, I'm sure there will be more to come. Because once I get started on these weird thoughts, they just continue coming. Okay, goodbye. Hello, I'm home now. I haven't really had any more weird thoughts. I mean, I have, but I don't know. I may or may not tell them. You don't know. But anyway, my sister just told me something that I thought was very interesting. She said, okay, so I said, okay, let me back up. Let me start all over. My friend Kim sent me a video of this man who was holding this tiny little dog, and the little dog, like the whole time he was holding it, was doing that, like that kind of growling, biting maneuver, but it wasn't really biting. You know, that little thing that little bitty dogs can do? Well, anyway, it reminded me of my mom's dog. My mom had a dog named Buffy. And Buffy, for some reason, hated me. I was a kid. I was like 10-ish, I think, probably. And we went to my grandmother's house. To Grandma's house we go. And the next door neighbor had this tiny little white miniature poodle in about a 3x3 fenced in area around a tree, which was a big tree, so it really didn't have much running room, right? So me as a kid, I went over there and started playing with this little puppy, this little dog. It was a tiny little white poodle outside all day with nothing, no food, no water, nothing. So when I bent over the fence, it was just a little short fence, obviously, if I was 10 and could reach over it. But I put my hand on her back and she literally climbed the fence. Okay? Well, no one was home at my grandmother's neighbor's house. So I took the dog and I took it into my grandmother's house. And my mom said, "Where'd you get that dog?" And I said, "Well, it was in that fence next door, but nobody's home." And when I put my hand on her back, she crawled the fence. You know, she climbed the fence. And my mom said, "This baby shouldn't be out there in that fence." And I was like, "Well, I didn't even see food or water." Well, that just set my mother off to no end, right? And my grandmother was like, "Oh, that's so-and-so's dog." And my mom said, "Well, they're not getting her back." Well, those people came home and that dog was not in that fence. And my mother proudly walked out there with that dog tucked up under her arm. And she said, "I am taking this dog with me." And probably had that one eyebrow shot up in the air that no one questioned. And the lady kind of looked at her and she said, "Excuse me?" And she said, "I'm taking the dog home with me. This baby does not need to be in that fence, and it didn't even have food and water. And either you're going to let me take this dog home with me, or I'm going to call the police." And the lady said, "Well, okay." And that is how we ended up with Buffy, okay? You don't mess with Shirley and the dogs, okay? Well, anyway, so I loved dogs. I loved dogs. I was never mean to her. Never mean to her. But I can't say that about my brother. Now, he wasn't mean to her, like abusive. He didn't hurt her. But my brother has a little bit of a twisted sense of humor, okay? And sometimes he would take the laundry basket and just set it down on top of Buffy, okay? And he wouldn't leave her, like he wouldn't go off and leave her, but he would just do that. I don't know, he was a kid. And I would go take the basket off of her. But I don't know, for some reason, Buffy grew to hate me and him. But I was like, I was the one that was saving her, okay? I don't know. But anyway, every time I picked Buffy up, she would try to eat my hand off. And she would do that, right? So Kim sends me that video of that little dog, and I said, this reminds me of my mom's dog, Buffy. And I used to tell my mom all the time, I said, you know how they say all dogs go to heaven? And she was like, yeah. I said, except Buffy. Now, of course, I was kidding with my mom because my mom knew how Buffy was. And Buffy only liked my mother. She did. She only liked my mother. I was like, I'm the one that saved you. I'm not the one that would set the laundry basket down on top of you. Okay? I was the one that came and took the laundry basket off of you. I don't know why you're being mean to me, but anyway, she didn't like me. So I was telling my sister about that. I said, you know, Kim sent me the video. It reminded me of Buffy and how she used to, you know, she did it to everybody, used to try to chew our hands off. And I said, Lonnie's the one that would put the laundry hamper on top of her. And I said, I don't know why she didn't like me. And she said, oh, he used to do that all the time when we were real little. And he just thought it was funny. He didn't mean any harm by it, you know, because he loves animals. But he was a kid. He was a kid. Well, anyway, then she says to me, I mean, he did it to you. Excuse me? She said, yeah, he put you in a laundry hamper and you were on the bed and then you toppled over and fell off the bed. And she said, I'll never forget it because it was Friday the 13th. I said, I mean, that answers so many questions about what's wrong with me. But why is this the first time I'm hearing about this? And she said, oh, I never told you that? No, you didn't. No one ever told me that I was placed in a laundry hamper on a bed and then rolled off the bed. Nobody has ever told me this. That explains a lot of things. Don't be mad at my brother because he loves animals. And he has got such a big heart that he can't even talk to me right now because of Charlie. So don't be mad at him because he would never, ever hurt an animal. It was just funny to him to put the laundry hamper on top of the dog. I don't know why, but apparently he thought it was funny to do it to me too. So, you know what else he used to do funny? My mom had those signs, or those little blocks that spelled Noel, and she would put them out at Christmas, you know. She decorated, mad decorated for Christmas, right? Overdone. People used to come in and say it was something out of a magazine, the way she decorated. And everything was so Christmas. Everything was Christmas. She would light candles on the shelves and catch the shelves on fire, and there's no telling how many hundreds of Santa Clauses she had because people would buy her Santa Clauses all the time because she loved them so much. Well, anyway, she had those little blocks that spelled Noel, Noel. Well, my brother would come in and he would rearrange the letters and they would spell Leon, but he wouldn't tell anybody that he did it, and my mom wouldn't notice that it spelled Leon until she would go around dusting and realized that her Noel had spelled Leon. Yeah. And what else did he do? There was something else he did that I just thought of. Oh, I know what else he did. At his house, they've got this long table, and on the tabletop, there's all these different pictures, family pictures. He came in one day, he turned every picture upside down, if I'm not mistaken. There was something that he did to all the pictures, either that or he snuck in a picture of like a baboon or something. He put it on top of another picture in the pretty frame or something. There was something he did, and Dorothy didn't notice it for a long time. And finally she was like, What in the world? He does stuff like that all the time. He's funny, and he's always messing around with people and doing stuff like that. So, yeah, anyway, the dog under the laundry basket trick. Yeah, that's what that was. Well, anyway, that's it for now. And I hope y'all have had a great day. I've had an okay day. It's an okay day. It's an okay day to have an okay day. Whatever. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. You know, I have moments, and I suppose I will continue to have moments. I'm about to hit myself in the face swinging this thing around. My boss texted me last night. She said, "How was your day today?" And I said, "Well, I cooked pinto beans, collard greens, barbecued chicken, and cornbread." And she said, "Well, I guess you're doing fine then." And I said, "Well, I have to stay busy." And so today I cooked. If I stay busy, I do okay. So I'm doing okay. It's an okay day to be okay. I wrote a song about that. Y'all remember that? My new people might not know that, but I wrote a song. It's an okay day to be okay. It's an okay day to be okay. That's about the extent of the song, because I am not a songwriter. But anyway, that's it for now. I will talk to y'all on the next Tracy Tries. Remember, I love you, and Jesus loves you, and I hope he's coming back soon, because people be crazy. And I will talk to you later. Okay, goodbye.